Hello and welcome everyone to today's big announcement. I'm Tyler Steinberg.
And I'm Melanie Arcus, and we have an exciting morning ahead of us today.
That's right, Mel. We have an action-packed day filled with music, guest speakers, and then of course the final reveal that we're all here for today.
I can't wait for all that and more, so be sure to stay tuned because you just never know what to expect.
We don't really know much at the moment, to be honest with you, but what we can tell you is that we do have some big names here in the building today.
One of those big names is the district's very own Mr. Harrington, our superintendent.
And as well, when I was walking through the building earlier and when I was in the hallways, I believe I also saw people like Roger Tillis. You know, he's part of the New York State Board of Regents. He's normally one of the people that will set the rules for the rest of the state to follow. And he was also walking with National legislator Tom McKevitt.
Ooh, wait, let me get some other names. Aren't all the district principals going to be here?
Possibly.
And what about the elementary superintendents?
We're on a roll right now. Those names are just only some of the people that will be in attendance today. On that note, what do you say we talk about some of the groups that are here to be playing some music?
Yeah, sure. Our first performance today will be done by the Calhoun Rock Band.
Very excited for that. We also have performances from the JFK Orchestra, and then following them will be the Mepham Capella.
We don't quite know what songs will be played, but who doesn't love a good surprise?
Me, Mel. I don't like surprises.
Well, that's too bad, because today revolves around many, many surprises.
Of course it does. I don't know how I'm going to make it through today, to be honest, right? Between all the excitement and then all the nervousness, I can barely sit still.
I know, right? There's a lot going on with little information given out, but I can't wait to find out more as the day goes on.
You're right, Mel. Definitely we have a very exciting day that we don't really know much about, but we're going to learn more, of course, as the day goes on. I'm very excited. And then you look at it, too, right? The importance of having a great district, it's been unbelievable. No matter what we are gathered here for today, just Bellmore-Merrick has given, I would say, all the students an amazing opportunity to succeed. What would you say about that?
Yeah, I totally agree. With all the programs that each school has individually been given, Mepham has broadcasting, Calhoun with the drama program, and Kennedy with their culinary program. They are all absolutely amazing choices to further your career, just starting in high school.
Yeah, and I think it's an amazing opportunity, too, right? You look at all the high schools around the world. How many of those high schools have a program that can at least maybe give you an idea of, hey, I want to do this, you know, when I get older? Because you're expecting a 14, 15-year-old kid to come into high school, maybe having an idea of what they want to do, go into college for, maybe what they want their profession to be. So giving students an opportunity to maybe get a little taste in that field that they might want to get into, I think it's very cool.
Yeah, it's such a great basis to go off of, starting just from freshman to a senior. It gives students in the district such a great head start going into college and getting accepted into these big name schools that they can really start a career off of.
Yeah, and it's also very cool too when you get to put something like that on your resume, right? Or you know, you're applying to colleges, right? Me as a senior, that I feel old saying that, but you know, having an opportunity to say, hey, look, I've been a part of this program for 4 years, and this is why I might have the edge on so and so. It's just so important, and it looks very good on all certain types of documents.
Yeah, I can't wait. Me as a junior, I'm starting to look at more colleges. It's good to know that I have that in the back, like I have that edge over everyone.
Yeah, and then also looking at it from the teacher standpoint as well, how important, you know, it's very important to have amazing teachers and stuff like that. So on that note, let's send it downstairs and listen to the Calhoun Rock Band.
Let's hear it one more time for the Calhoun Rock Band. Good morning, Bellmore-Merrick community and friends. My name is Anthony D. Martinez, principal of Mepham High School, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to our beautiful auditorium this morning. I'm here alongside my principal colleagues, Ms. Nicole Hollings from Sanford H. Calhoun High School with quotes. Mr. Gerard Owenberg from John F. Kennedy High School and the Cougars, here. Mr. Eric Arlen from the Meadowbrook Alternative Program. Mr. Carlo Conti from Grand Avenue Middle School. And Ms. Caitlin Beck did not be with us this morning, but she is from Merrick Avenue Middle School. I now invite you to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. We'll now have the singing of the national anthem by Calhoun student Jackie Dobbs.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Thank you, Jackie. And now I'd like to introduce the Master of Ceremonies for the program today, a man whose leadership is the backbone and the very reason for why we are here this morning. Our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Michael Harrington.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez and principals. You know, we're going to speak a lot today about the excellence of Bellmore-Merrick, and there's a fine group of principals out there. So I thank you for your leadership and welcome everyone here today. You know, I learned pretty quickly, you know, throughout the last few months that if you start any program with the Calhoun Rock Band, you can't fail. So another special thank you to the Calhoun Rock Band and Jackie Dobbs for starting the Also, when you came in the doors, I hope you noticed the incredible AP artwork that's hanging outside. Later on today, the JFK Strings Orchestra will be playing up in the library. We'll have members of our culinary program serving hors d'oeuvres to showcase what they do. And if you look around the auditorium here, you know, we have the cameras going with Bellmore-Merrick Broadcasting. You'll also hear halfway through from Mepham, which is our a cappella group from Mepham High School. You know, these are a few of the programs, a few of the pathways that connect students to our school district. You know, we have so many others. We have athletics, right? We have cosmetology, electrical training. And you know what? In those programs, students all take AP. They all take rigorous courses while pursuing their passions in those pathways. And that's why we're here today. We're here to celebrate Bellmore-Merrick. We're here to celebrate our commitment to rigor, our partnership with College Board and Advanced Placement Program, and the excellence of our teachers and students and what they do every day in the classroom. So it's a really special day. You're here at Mepham High School, the oldest building in the school district, built in 1936. The architecture is absolutely gorgeous. And we're really, really happy to welcome some special guests. First, who's going to be here in a little while, we're running a little late, from the New York State Board of Regents, Regent Roger Tillis, who is one of our biggest supporters It's probably not another proponent out there who supports arts in public education more than him. So we'll welcome Mr. Tillis when he gets here. Also want to welcome Mr. Chris Dalton, who's the Chief of Staff for New York State Senator Steve Rhodes, and then Nassau County Legislator Tom McKevitt, who was with us as well. Both Senator Rhodes and Legislator McKevitt do not miss a Bellmore-Merrick event. They attend, they support, they are huge fans of Bellmore-Merrick, but we're really appreciative of what they do for us, so thank you for being here. I also want to welcome our elementary superintendents. We're going to talk about a journey today, a journey in which it was a complete transformation of K-12 curriculum. In a central high school district, it's difficult. When you have 4 elementary districts that feed into a central high school district, it takes great leadership and communication and articulation. So I definitely have to thank the 4 of them. It's a pleasure to work with them. First, from North Bellmore, Ms. Marie Testa. From Merrick Elementary, Dr. Don Palmer. Dr. Cynthia Seniak from North Merrick. I would also like to welcome the New York State Superintendent of the Year, Dr. Joe Famularo from the Bellmore School District. A warm welcome to our Board of Education President, who you'll hear from shortly, Ms. Janet Goller. Former Superintendent, Mr. John DiTomaso. And JFK alumni and superstar, Eric Giannis. Lastly, I want to welcome our special guest from the College Board. It has been an absolute pleasure working with you for the last 2 months to plan this showcase, and I could not be more appreciative to have you here. I will tell you, getting to know them over the last couple months, and especially the last couple days, they are a right-minded, good group of people who are very, very student-centered. They're here to promote what we do. They're here to celebrate the performances and the excellence of this district, and I can't thank them enough. So from the College Board, we have Mr. Edward Peterman, Ms. Jennifer Tywater, Mr. Jose Rios, Ms. Mariah Kite, and our own very own College Board rep, Ms. Michelle Cosner, Ms. Lindsay Cooper, and the Vice President of College Board, Mr. Terry Radigan. So welcome, everybody. And last but certainly not least, we welcome the crew from Road Trip Nation. Mr. Burst and I were speaking the other day, just how impressed we are with this crew of people. If anyone don't know Road Trip Nation, it's an organization that travels around the country to help people find their pathways, to help find their purpose. They do that through storytelling. And I find that just totally fascinating. And we've been working with this group of individuals the last couple of days. It's just so impressive what they do, and we're happy that they're going to be able to showcase our journey using their expertise. So we welcome Andrew Johnson, Carla Huezo, Christian Grunwald, Ebony Bailey, and George Clements, and appreciate everything that they've done for us. So as serendipity would have it, last night I was actually on the Road Trip Nation website, looking at a few recent episodes, and there was a quote on the margin, which was pretty much ideal for how we're going to lead into today. And the quote said, "You can do scary things, you can take risks, but you may fail, but you can always pick yourself up and try again." And every school year, this district starts off with a theme. And over the summer, our collaborative leadership team collaboratively selects the theme. This year, fittingly, the theme has to do with perseverance. It has to do with grit, teaching students how to be resilient, how to welcome challenges, and how to accept failure. The theme of this year is called The Power of Yet. And when I think of the work that gets done in terms of rigor, in our advanced placement classes, in our college dual enrollment courses, and along all our pathways, we have teachers here, with the help of instructional leaders, that have created classroom environments that focus on the power of yet. They get students to shift their mindset from saying, "I can't do that," to now saying, "I can't do that yet." And that's a really powerful thing. And I want everyone to continue to think about that as you hear from a series of speakers. We have today a lineup. You know, the goal today is to showcase a journey at Bellmore-Merrick. You know, so we put together a lineup of speakers because there are so many different constituent groups that make up this school community that are responsible for the excellence. And I'm really, really happy, you know, to talk a little bit about my role, but it has nothing to do with me at all. It has to do with the people. You know, we have an exceptional instructional leadership team. We have a Board of Education who's so supportive. Our teachers and faculty and staff are second to none, and our students come from families that are actively involved in their child's education. And you excel and you awe-inspire us every day. And that journey always starts with the Board of Education. Our Board of Education has supported district leadership and vision. They've provided resources to our curricular program, and they've supported teachers along their journey. Today, you're going to hear ways in which we were able to provide more access to rigor. You're going to hear how a Board of Education supported smaller class sizes, team teaching models, AP opportunities in an alternative school, and purposeful professional development. You'll hear how a Board of Education supports the funding for students who can't afford to pay for AP exams. For the last 24 years, Ms. Janet Goller has served the Bellmore-Merrick community as a Board of Education trustee. She's led this district through extraordinary times and dedicated herself to always making decisions in the best interest of kids. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you our Board of Education President, Ms. Janet Goller.
Thank you, Mr. Harrington. On behalf of the Board of Education, I want to welcome our special guests from the College Board and Road Trip Nation, and thank our local legislators and region tellers for attending today's event. I also want to thank our administrators, teachers, staff, and students for all they have done to make our advanced placement program what it is today. As a member of the Central High School District Board of Education for the last 24 years, I've been awe-inspired by the performance of our students and staff. Bellmore-Merrick has always been a place that creates opportunities and pathways to enrich the educational experience for our kids. The board works hard to support the vision and goals of our superintendent and our leadership team. And years ago, when our superintendent at the time, Mr. John D. Tomaso, introduced the vision to us of expanding advanced placement opportunities and providing students with more access to rigor, we were in full support. For this, we will be forever grateful, as hundreds of students have benefited as a result. Our commitment to equity and access of AP courses is evidenced in decisions like establishing team teaching models in certain courses and running smaller sections of AP classes to give students more individualized attention. As a Board of Education, we believe in understanding how our decisions impact children. So 2 years ago, we invited our social studies and English chairpeople and AP capstone teachers to present at a board meeting, and the trustees were so impressed with the collaborative teaching model used in both seminar and research classes and the impact it has on the quality of our students' work. Our Board of Education is truly proud of our incredible leadership team and our amazing teachers who have created caring and compassionate learning environments that encourage students to embrace challenge and rigor. Most of all, we are beyond proud of our students who continually to make us proud every day. The board is looking forward to and excited about the continued growth and excellence of our advanced placement program. Thank you all again for joining us on this very special morning.
Thank you, Ms. Goller. You know, my original plan was to try and take, the crowd through the different steps that have been taking place since 2013. I remember when Mr. DiTomaso took over as superintendent, he immediately started implementing significant and purposeful change. He wanted students to have to maximize their opportunities. And he needed to reimagine the pathways that were available in this district. He would always say, I don't understand, if 98%, I'm trying to do a good impression of Mr. Thomas, if 98% of our students go off to college, then why aren't 98% of our students sitting in an AP class before they graduate high school? And that started to stick, you know, and then phrases like AP for all, you know, AP for most, and then finding ways to give more opportunities, whether it be adding classes or looking at it English 12 a little differently, bringing in programs like AP Capstone. But it took a lot of work. You know, I explained a little bit before, you know, redesigning middle schools, working with the elementary superintendents on articulation. And I was going to talk you through that, but I could do better than that because Mr. DiTomaso has been spending time with us at Merrick Avenue, filling in for Ms. Dunn. So I'm going to ask Mr. DiTomaso to come up here and sort of take us through our journey. But before you do, please know how grateful we all are, you know, this leadership team, our teachers, our students and families, for all you've done for the school community. We're fortunate that you're with us. We're fortunate that we now have a new lens at looking at rigor, which prioritizes equity, access, and experience over scores. So without further ado, Mr. DiTomaso, welcome back.
It is tough to follow the crowd up there, isn't it? I miss Giannicolo, I can tell you that. Thank you, Mr. Harrington. I appreciate your very kind words. For those of you who don't know me, my name is John DiTomaso, and I am a former proud and honored superintendent of schools in the Bellmore-Merrick Central High School District. Every time I introduced myself in a professional setting, I always started by saying proud and honored, because the CHD was truly a place that I was proud and honored to be at each and every day for 23 years. And today I'm especially grateful to the district for including me in today's special event. In Mr. Harrington's generous introduction, he gave me tremendous credit for creating the AP for All program and the philosophy that we've had for many years now in Bellmore-Merrick. But most people who know me also know that a tenet and a pillar of my leadership, philosophy, and style is to rarely take the credit, but to always shoulder the blame. Right or wrong, it's what I believe, and I think my actions over the years have proved that to be true. I went so far as to remain out of photos that were frequently taken at Board of Education meetings, honoring the many deserving recipients for awards or special acknowledgements they were receiving that night. Not because I don't like to see myself in a good photo or in the local Herald, but because I wanted the focus to be on the recipient and those responsible for helping that person be recognized. For example, a student with their teacher who helped them to achieve an incredible milestone, the administrator who made a difference in a kid's life, or a chairperson standing next to a teacher they helped get duly recognized for doing wonderful work in a particular subject matter. You know, maybe though, it's simply because when the recipient looks at the photo years from now, they're going to say, look at Mr. Walsh. He was a great guy, wasn't he? What an awesome teacher. Yeah, but who the heck is the other guy in the photo? And that's something that I really wanted to avoid. But with that in mind, it will come to a surprise to everybody in this audience and my colleagues. Today, I will take the credit. But what credit am I going to take? I'm going to take credit for working hand in hand with an amazing Board of Education, represented today by the incomparable Ms. Giannicolo. Board members who, without question or hesitation, put kids first and always and foremost in the decision-making process, who led with the main goal of making our schools the very best for kids and families, while avoiding the politics that can sometimes cloud the mission for kids and about kids. Thank you, Ms. Gallo, and all the people who represented the Board of Education. I'll take a bit of credit for helping put together the most incredible team of educators, central and building administrators, teachers, counselors, social workers, paraprofessionals, and psychologists, who all bought into our collective vision that we can achieve both academic excellence and be the kind of people who love and value all kids. Thank you, Rob Soul, Rob Walsh, and Terry Nolan for your inspiring leadership with your units. I might even take a touch of credit for being part of a culture where every member of our support staff, clericals, custodians, security personnel, and nurses believe that everything they do is for kids and families in our community. I love telling everyone who worked at the central office at Brookside, remember, we're not in Alaska here, because every requisition you fill, every phone call you make, every action item that's taken always filters to assisting students and helping our families. Thank you to unit leaders Kathy Knopfel and Frank Pagano for your leadership as well. But Mr. Harrington, as our favorite Ricky Bobby once said, with all due respect, and I mean with all due respect, credit for AP for all, that I cannot take. Because the philosophy behind AP for all is what all caring and devoted educators believe. That everyone in this audience believes, as well as our colleagues teaching and working in our schools right now. We believe that all kids can learn, grow, and succeed. That they can change their stars through academic maturation, a newfound dedication to their studies, the kindness of an educator, and might I add, the power of yet. We believe that all kids can be challenged to take a rigorous course load that meets their individual needs and abilities. Rigor is not simply about taking more, but taking risks in all areas of school life. Taking the next art class, even though you won't major in it. Registering for a public speaking class that makes you nervous just saying the words public speaking. We believe that by getting closer to the hearts of our students, we can more easily recognize their needs and help them to fulfill their dreams and aspirations. And as educators, by putting kids first and always, the results we desire will be achieved, not in numbers or statistics, but in their collective experiences. AP for All is really about maximizing academic opportunities for kids. Opening the door to a whole new level of rigor that almost 100% of Bellmore-Merrick students will see after graduation. But again, it begins with the fundamental belief that all kids can learn with the power of teaching and learning. Dearest friends, colleagues, and students, AP for All works because our elementary school districts are phenomenal, and they lay the groundwork for a rich educational experience that awaits. Thank you to my former colleagues on the elementary school level and their staffs who provide every kid in the Bellmore and the Merricks the very best, and I mean the very best in elementary education. AP for All works because our middle school staffs changed a long overdue dynamic that pigeonholed kids in math and science from the moment they walked into the 7th grade. Today, because of the revamping of the way we teach middle school students, every kid at Grand and Merrick Avenues has the opportunity to take upper level math and science in high school. Whether they do so or not is their choice. It's the opportunity that matters to us. AP for All works because our teaching staffs at all levels bought into the vision I've been speaking about this morning. Middle school teachers challenge themselves to help more kids than ever pass and succeed on algebra and earth science exams. Middle school administrators develop new methods of extra help and build in an extra period of math so kids would not be faced with taking a single period of algebra. Algebra Plus gave kids the confidence that they could do it. AP for All works because all of our high school advanced placement teachers were specifically told not to water down courses, to teach AP courses as they were meant to be taught. We simply reminded them to be the compassionate educators we know them to be, understanding that many of their students were taking AP courses for the very first time. With the help of building administrators, our teachers have been brilliant in this regard. Their work exceeded our incredibly high expectations, just like our students do every day. AP for All works because our dedicated parents and guardians have faith in our educators. They trusted our vision that the benefits of sitting for AP courses, regardless of the score, would be invaluable in college and or in life. They backed up that belief by sacrificing their hard-earned wages to pay for the courses we've offered and their children have taken. And finally, AP for All works because of our wonderfully dedicated, gritty, hardworking, always up for the challenge student body in all of our schools. You are the ones who made this vision a reality. It is my sincerest belief that your experience with AP courses will pay dividends that will last a lifetime, whether university study is in your future or not. Let me end with a short but relevant story. In 1989, a second-year social studies teacher with a lot more hair than he has right now taught his non-Regents U.S. History and Government class in room 322 in this very building. One day, he was asked to come down to the principal's office. Nervous, he rushed down, only to find not only the principal, but his chairperson and the superintendent of schools waiting for him. They looked menacing. They looked a touch angry, or so I thought. The 23-year-old teacher had no idea what they wanted from him. Finally, the superintendent of schools broke the silence. Mr. DiTomaso, I hear you are becoming a very fine teacher. I nodded politely. I want to know if you would be willing to give the students in your non-Regents U.S. History class the Regents exam instead of the RCT. I almost jumped out of my seat and said, hell yeah, I would. But instead, I sat there politely and said, yes, sir, I would. Well then, so be it. Mr. DiTomaso, good luck. We're all counting on you. In June of that year, all 18 of my students successfully took the Regents exam in U.S. History and Government. I still see many of their faces today, and even have kept in touch with a number of them. You see, for me, that was my Horace Mann moment. For you students out there, that was vile. I had faith in the power of teaching and learning. The minute I realized all kids deserve the opportunity to strive for more and whatever more meant to them. The second I realized that I wanted to be part of an educational community like Bellmore-Merrick. So my dear friend, Mr. Harrington, I will not take credit for something that is so much bigger and deeper than the catchphrase AP for All. Instead, I will bask in the continued success of all my colleagues, led by you and your awesome team, and every student, as you all continue to build on the very legacy you helped to create. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Mr. DiTomaso. You know, I mentioned before that equity and access to APs does not skyrocket without faculty. Faculty who are caring, committed, supportive, and encouraging. Our teachers in Bellmore-Merrick are second to none. They know that their job is to coach, to counsel, and to develop our students into high-level learners. In an AP classroom that challenges kids to take on rigor, those qualities are so important. And there's no person that demonstrates this type of quality teaching and caring, compassionate educator than our union president and AP computer science guru, Mr. Rob Walsh.
Good morning. My name is Rob Walsh, and I teach mathematics and computer science here at Mepham High School, for those of you who don't know. I also have the great privilege of being the president of the union that represents one of the finest teaching staffs on all of Long Island, and it's my honor to be part of today's program. I also thought that when Mr. DiTomaso retired, that I would no longer have to follow him in situations like this, but alas, that is not the case. I would like to share with you a few of the reasons that I enjoy teaching our AP Computer Science courses. My wife suggested that I make a David Letterman like top 10 reasons I love teaching AP list. But I said, love, nobody in this audience is even going to know who David Letterman is, let alone was even born when he was on TV. So I'm just going to share a couple of the reasons that I have appreciated the opportunity to teach AP Computer Science courses here in Bellmore-Merrick. One of the reasons that I love teaching our AP Computer Science courses is that it allows the students to take the problem-solving and logic skills that they've been learning in their math classrooms and elsewhere and apply them in creative and innovative ways while they're writing their code. As a math teacher, sometimes I can feel like I'm the equivalent of a grammar or a spelling teacher where we talk about the tools, but we don't really allow the students to be creative with the material that they're studying, to tell a story, to tell their story. But in AP Computer Science, it is completely different. Every day, the students write their own code in their own creative way. In a class of 20 students, I may have 20 different solutions to a coding problem, each unique and reflective of their creator, and each equally valid, and I love that. A second reason I enjoy teaching our AP Computer Science courses is that it is here where we encourage our students to reflect critically on technology and its place in our society. I believe this opportunity for critical reflection better prepares our students for the future that awaits them. I am of the opinion that all of our students should take AP Computer Science Principles, or one course very much like it, for it helps them have a better understanding of how technology impacts nearly every aspect of their life. The more conversant our students are with technology and the better they are able to recognize its influence on their lives, the more successful they will be in navigating those lives once they leave our four walls. Perhaps the reason most relevant to today, though, that I love teaching AP Computer Science courses, and I'm so appreciative of the opportunity to do so, has to do with my own educational experience. It may be that I'm an old man, or it may be that I grew up in a small rural town just outside of Toledo, Ohio, or it may be some combination of both, but for whatever reason, my high school did not offer AP courses. Not one. Here in Bellmore-Merrick, we offer a wide variety of AP courses, something for everyone. Our students deserve the opportunity to challenge themselves with college-level work, and we are providing them with that opportunity. And where better for our students to face the challenge for the first time of college-level work than here at home in our home schools, in a place of comfort and support with dedicated and compassionate educators who know them well and care deeply about their well-being. Whenever I think about the reasons behind why I do what I do, including the teaching of AP class, I am reminded of a quote by Norman Vincent Peale, a fellow Ohioan, that I first saw on the wall of Mr. Graziano's classroom way back in 1998. It has been a source of inspiration for me ever since, and it says, "Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars." I am so very proud to be part of a district that has made openness and accessibility to AP courses one of their guiding principles. A district that allows as many students as possible to shoot for their moon. I am so very proud to work with such an outstanding group of students who are willing to take on the challenge presented to them, who are willing to take a shot at their moon. To our students, who I feel so blessed to work with, I leave you with this: and whatever you do with your life, always shoot for the moon, for even if you do not hit your mark, the journey will be an enlightened one. And in that journey, you'll gain a unique perspective and a confidence that you can tackle anything that life throws your way. Thank you for the opportunity to speak.
so much, Ms. Walsh. You know, today's a day, you know, like every day we come to work, that we do it for the students. And, you know, it's been said a number of times so far how exceptional we believe you are. And we couldn't be prouder for the work that you do here every day, and we couldn't be prouder on the people that you go off to become in the future. Today, we're going to invite back JFK alumni Eric Gianaris, class of 2021. Eric is a 2021 graduate from Bellmore-JFK and currently attends the Sophie Davis School of Biomedical Education at CCNY. He's due to receive a bachelor's in biomedical sciences in June and will be attending the CUNY School of Medicine next fall. We could not be prouder to have him back and welcome to the stage, Eric Gianaris.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Eric Gianaris, and I graduated from Kennedy in 2021, and as Mr. Harrington said, currently attend the Sophie Davis School of Biomedical Education in Manhattan. I first want to thank the administration for having me back to speak about my time as a student at Kennedy. This morning, I was asked to reflect on the value of the AP program during my time at Bellmore-Merrick. Looking back, I think about the rush to finish a 4 or 5 page DBQ in 40 minutes during Ms. Coleman's AP World course, or competitively trying to hit the targets during Mr. Lella's physics lab. I think about the year-long build-up before the grueling exam week. I think about the countless hours of preparation that we would do in order to take these daunting exams at the end of the year. Surrounded by supportive teachers and high-achieving peers, I was always pushed to achieve at the highest level. The value of AP courses I took at Kennedy is really hard to measure. Through my work as an AP student, I gained a passion for learning and an ability to explore subjects deeply. I developed critical thinking, problem solving, and time management skills that have been important to my college studies. My work as an AP student at Kennedy led me to a seamless transition into college as I could use my credits to place out of each and every one of my college electives, along with my core sciences like Physics 203. This played a pivotal role throughout my first 3 years of undergrad as I could focus solely on my most important classes, allowing me to dive deeper into the content at hand. Financially, these classes were also extremely helpful, as AP courses are only a small fraction of the cost of college classes, as I assume you all know. While you may not acknowledge the value of these AP courses during the long nights of studying and stressful exams, it all pays off down the road. From gaining a more critical thinking perspective to entering college with as many credits as a sophomore, the benefits from challenging yourself to take these courses and push yourself to get that 3, 4, or 5 on the AP exam are plentiful. Lastly, Bellmore-Merrick has truly cultivated an environment that allows for and encourages excellence throughout these courses. The recognition received today is a product of its hardworking students, mentorship from our caring teachers, and leadership from our administrators. The educational foundation that Bellmore-Merrick has laid for us is exceptional and one we should all be grateful for. Thank you.
Okay, now for a little entertainment. I'm going to call up Miss Christina Demetrio and an unbelievable musical ensemble that she has created here at Mepham, Capella. Thank you, Mepham Capella and Mr. Demetrio. And we've heard a lot about the journey so far, leading up to this moment. We thought we'd take a couple moments to talk about where we are today and where we see this district going in the future. Mr. DiTomaso mentioned before how lucky we are for the incredible instructional leadership team that we have. Central office administrators, our directors, our principals, assistant principals, and department chair people who work so closely with our faculty to make sure that they feel supported every day that they're in front of kids. So without further ado, I'm going to ask our Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum, Mr. Scott Burson. I'm going to ask Science Chairperson and the President of our Administrative Unit, Mr. Rob Soul, and Social Studies Chair here at Mepham, Mr. Robin Einbinder, to come on up.
Talking of serendipity, I also had the shoot for the moon quote in my classroom when I taught AP Macroeconomics, AP Microeconomics, and AP US Gov, and I haven't forgotten it. Each and every day working with young people. As Mr. Harrington said, I'm Scott Burson. I'm the proud and honored Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction here in Bellmore-Merrick. I'm privileged to be up here with Ms. Robin Einbinder and Mr. Rob Soul to quickly talk about the past, present, and then the future curricularly for our AP program. With that, let's look to Ms. Einbinder.
I'm one of the social studies chair people in Bellmore-Merrick, and I'm so happy to be part of today's celebration. So my journey as an AP educator began in the summer of 2000 on a subway to Manhattan College for the Advanced Placement U.S. Government and Politics Summer Institute. I was entering my third year of teaching, my tenure year, and when my department chairperson called me into his office the previous spring to tell me that I was going to be teaching all 3 sections of the course the following year, because my predecessor, the AP government guru, was retiring early, I did what every new teacher would do in those days, smiled through my fear and said thank you. That first year was hard, really hard, as I spent every waking minute preparing lessons for the new course and then looking up answers to questions that the students asked that I did not know. But quickly, it became a labor of love. For the next 14 years, I had the privilege of teaching AP US Government and Politics, and over the course of that time, I had the pleasure of assisting students on their path of learning content and skills that they had previously not been exposed to. In 2014, the district made some administrative changes which took chair people out of the classroom. Admittedly, I cried in my office like I had lost my best friend that last day. But fortunately, we had many other advanced placement courses in my department to keep us busy and me involved. There were revisions and more revisions in AP World, AP US, and AP European History. We added AP Microeconomics to our repertoire to join AP Macroeconomics, and most recently, we added AP Human Geography. And as luck would have it, in 2017, our English counterparts, who had a few years prior increased access to higher level coursework by expanding access to AP Language and Composition, began researching the AP Capstone program. In 2018, they brought us aboard. We did our research, visiting numerous neighboring districts to see their programs, and in 2019, we launched our first cohort of AP seminar students in each of our high schools. Team teaching this course, an English and social studies teacher, along with our library media specialists, students are the beneficiaries of their expertise, gaining research and presentation skills that they will use in college and beyond. We see students shine as they present their work with pride and confidence. Our graduates report that unequivocally, seminar is the most useful course that they took in high school, as they are so much better prepared to produce and execute their college papers than peers who did not take AP seminar. In 2020, that first cohort completed AP research, further adding to their skill set. Supervising these courses, working with the teachers and students has reinvigorated me, and I am honored to be part of this team. I look forward to continuing our journey in partnership with the College Board. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rob Soll. I'm the district STEAM chairperson and the proud science chairperson of Kennedy High School. I've also had the shout out of being the Unit 1 president, the counterpart to Rob Walsh for the administrative union. Just to understand the scope of that, there are 20 chair people, department chair people in our district, and there are 20 assistant principals and principals. And they are one of the most talented team of school leaders you could find anywhere. And collectively, they seek on a daily basis to elevate and support the instruction that goes on here. But today, I'm honored to share a few thoughts about advanced placement. And in my role as department chairperson, as Ms. Einbinder mentioned, so many of us have similar stories of teaching advanced placement in our journey to become school leaders. For me, the course was AP Biology, and in my advanced placement classes, I really truly witnessed the curiosity and wonder of my students grow as they tested the waters of a college-level biology major while still enrolled in high school. I found that their excitement and engagement in AP Biology evolved into confidence, and that confidence empowered and inspired them to many achievements within my class. But equally notable were the successes outside of my classroom. Their success in the science clubs, in the STEAM programs, and in the competitions and research. This is what I think is so powerful to mention about the advanced placement program here. Our program in Bellmore-Merrick is characterized by unprecedented access and participation in 30 AP courses, grades 9 through 12. The rigor, the teamwork, dynamic learning, all elevated to the college level, it spills over into the total school program of Calhoun, Kennedy, and Mepham high schools. Today, our AP Biology, AP Chemistry, AP Stats, AP Psych students, they extend their curriculum and take the topics to the next level when they discover that they have a passion for research. And they begin to plan and conduct authentic laboratory and field studies, which leads them to entries into the Regeneron Science Talent Search and the International Science and Engineering Fair, and so many other research competitions where they excel. Our AP Environmental Science students are challenged by their AP teachers to champion causes and protect endangered species and fragile ecosystems. They take action in response to protect and, they take action on a local level, a national level, and they become environmental advocates in our Hope Environmental Science Clubs. Our AP Physics 1 and AP Physics 2 students are designers, builders, and coders of robots in no less than 13 district VEX VR teams. They are champions in the state. They have gone to the world event in robotics. Our AP Calculus and AP Computer Science students, as Mr. Walsh shared, leverage their coding and computational thinking and problem solving in our coding clubs, our cybertatia teams, our computer science hackathons. All of this because their AP courses elevated their critical thinking and their engagement. I'm proud to say that the co-curricular and academic experiences shared by thousands of Bellmore-Merrick students have most certainly inspired and enhanced the exciting opportunities they have. And in the district, because of the support they have received to achieve in the rigorous landscape of advanced placement. When our students transition to college, we are 100% confident that they will thrive as critical thinkers and problem solvers. And for many, I hope and believe that they will be the future leaders of our nation's scientists, engineers, clinicians, and artists. Thank you.
So as we look to the future, we'll continue to harness the power of Bellmore-Merrick, the power of everybody here, students, families, professional faculty, leadership team members, dedicated staff, all our community leaders, Ms. Goller, board president, our mascots back there who must be sweating like crazy in those hoods. Thank you for being here all morning. We'll harness the power of Bellmore-Merrick to really do two things through all our pathways, through culinary arts, through dramatic arts, through broadcasting here at Mepham, through cosmetology, through the electrical training program, and of course our partnership with great programs like the College Board and AP. Those two things are to keep making our students open-minded critical thinkers, able to reasonably disagree based upon strong beliefs about things, but then forge relationships afterward. There's a whole body of research that started about 10 years ago that links very strongly relationships and happiness. We should all believe in that. You students should all believe in that. And education is core to both. So we will use courses like Capstone, like our great work in AP Language, US History, World, etc., to keep making students, young people, able to be open-minded and reasonably disagree. We'll also go along with that imperative in this year of AI to keep building our STEAM programs through courses like AP Computer Science Principles that you heard about, and AP CSA, and Stats, maybe even the new pre-calc AP course that's going to come along with all the other great things we do in the district. We will keep doing those two things through the power of Bellmore-Merrick and make students as good as they can be for the future. Thank you very much.
I mentioned before, thank you to the person who signed by whose soul. I mentioned before what a pleasure it's been, getting to know the team from College Board who is visiting the district for the next few days. They are an exceptional group of people who are just true educators and student-centered. And here to address the audience from College Board is the Vice President of Delivery for the AP program, Mr. Redican. Mr. Redican is responsible for managing the Advanced Placements Program's annual school year cycle, enabling the exam administration for 3 million AP students across 39 AP subjects at nearly 20,000 high schools. And it's with great pleasure that we welcome to the stage Mr. Redican.
Thank you, Superintendent Harrington, for the warm welcome. And Calhoun Rock Band and Meth Acapella, you're spectacular. Absolutely. I have a question for you. How many people have ever been a part of someone's surprise party? Planning it, going to one? Raise your hand. Yeah, that's what I thought. A good number. Think about it for a few seconds. What makes these kind of events special? There's a sense of astonishment, not only by the celebration itself, but also the extra appreciation the person has because everyone worked hard to keep them from finding out, right? And the people throwing the surprise, they often have fun trying to meet the challenge of keeping it under wraps. Even when it can get a little stressful, it's kind of fun. It feels extra good when that person is surprised. I'm here to let you know today that this is a bit of a surprise party. For who, I'll tell you in a minute. Bear with me. Before I do that, you might be saying to yourself, wait, who is this guy talking and what's he doing here? Well, again, I'm Terry Redican from the College Board. My team and I oversee the Advanced Placement Program, otherwise known as AP. Our team has a pretty big responsibility. We support 39 AP subjects, nearly 20,000 high schools that offer AP, over 180,000 AP teachers. We have to make sure that every one of the nearly 3.5 million students who registers to take AP exams can get through the process and grade more than 20 million free response questions, including those document-based questions you mentioned earlier, that are part of AP exams and get the scores out come July. And that's a lot. But out of all that, what I'm doing here today is one of the true highlights of my job. I love visiting schools and districts and learning the story behind the story, what makes them tick. I arrived yesterday and I learned quickly. At Bellmore-Merrick, The educators are impressive. You heard from just a few earlier today, and there's so many that we met earlier. They're caring. The students are brilliant, energetic, and oh so talented. The community has been so welcoming. Even this auditorium, I love this huge map of Long Island. It's glorious. But I especially love the phrase beneath it. The virtue lies in the struggle, not the prize. Principal DeMartinez shared with me yesterday as we were chatting. He points that out at every ninth grade orientation. That's one of the most important things you start to learn as you make your journey through high school. And so many of you here who have been participating in AP are probably learning just that. While you might be willing to work with the struggle of learning cellular energetics in AP Bio, we're interested in the challenge of developing rigorous claims and supporting evidence in AP Lang. We'll be up to the task of grinding through circular motion and gravitation in AP Physics, or any of the many topics across the various AP courses. The larger challenge across all of AP is that it is college coursework that you can take in high school. You are taking courses now that were designed for the next level of learning. Taking AP demonstrates that you are willing to do what it takes to succeed at the next level. Because college is demanding in new kinds of ways. Classes are demanding, sure. But you're also on your own for the first time. So colleges want students like you. Students who have already shown that they know how to apply themselves and fight through that valuable struggle. If high school teaches you one thing, as much as I love each of the AP courses themselves, I hope that you learn the true meaning of what it says right here on that wall. So, you may be wondering, why are we making such a big deal about AP? Now, every year, we put together a list of schools that show commitment to delivering results while broadening access to AP. Schools are selected using research-based criteria that reflect a commitment to college, increasing the college-going culture, providing opportunities for students to earn college credit, and maximizing college readiness through AP. Before I go any further, I'm going to take a moment and ask Superintendent Harrington to join me on stage. Let's hear it for Superintendent Harrington. I'm so excited to tell you. Out of over 12,000 school districts in the United States and Canada, and nearly 20,000 schools that offer AP courses, Bellmore-Merrick stands out. Today, I'd like to present to you on behalf of all the dedicated teachers, and administrators, amazing students in this room, and at Mepham, Kennedy, Calhoun High Schools, the Meadowbrook Alternative Program with an award. Bellmore-Merrick, you are the AP District of the Year. Congratulations.
Wow. Mr. Redican, thank you so much. College Board, thank you. You know, students and staff, our leadership team, our faculty, our Board of Education, our elementary districts, you know, this is an award that we all share. It's a demonstration of how great this community is. You know, I say all the time that I count my blessings to be in this district. I call this place my home, as do all of us here, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for our students. Congratulations on this unbelievable honor. I can't remember another honor as great as this, and we thank you. And thinking about how to close the ceremony, I'm going to be as smart and as thoughtful as I was in opening the ceremony, and we're going to bring back the Calhoun Rock Band to finish it up. Music is a way to celebrate accomplishments. Before I turn it over to the rock band, I am going to ask all our special guests, our local legislators, to stick around after the last performance for some photo ops. There is a reception gathering in the library afterwards. But once again, on behalf of the Bellmore-Merrick school community, thank you, congratulations, we're so proud of you. Calvin Rock Band, take it away.
Feel free to sing along. We all know that you know this one.
Oh yeah.
Wow, what a big announcement and achievement for the district. You're telling me that Bellmore-Merrick district outscored 12,000 schools across the U.S. and Canada?
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have an amazing group of teachers and a district who helps give students the best opportunities possible to succeed.
Hey Mel, you want to know a fun fact?
Sure, Tyler.
Well, 74% of the graduating cohort is taking at least one AP exam during high school, and simultaneously 52% of the graduating cohort scored a 3 or higher on at least one AP exam during high school. Ultimately, 100% of district schools achieved recognition for the AP School Honor Roll.
Wow, Tyler, you finally put that AP brain to use.
Why are you always so mean to
Well,
me?
that's all for you. That's all we have for you guys today.
Thank you to the district for continuing to set up your students to succeed, and thank you to all the teachers out there. Stay awesome.
Couldn't have said it better myself. For BMB, I'm Melanie Arcos.
And I'm Todd Steinberg, and we'll see you all next time.